Chainsaw operator killed in tractor accident. PURUNI landing gets its first health center. Linden-born researcher honored on list of 100 inspiring black scientists. In the region, families of slain drug victims blame Mexican government. And internationally, Canada shuts down rail lines over indigenous protests. Greetings and welcome to this edition of Headline News Update. I am George Gonzalez. Thank you for joining us. The Ministry of Public Health has commissioned a new health center at PURUNI Landing, Mazaruni District. The facility, the first of its kind in the settlement, is expected to cater to many along the Mazaruni River. Here's Esther Sobers with that story.
On Thursday, Minister of Public Health Walter Lawrence commissioned a brand new health center at PURUNI Landing in Mazaruni Mining District. The health center, which is the first ever to be established at the mining settlement, will be manned by a resident doctor and other support staff. In presenting the feature address, Minister Lawrence said that the government is committed to bringing health care, among other services, to the citizens and other persons across the length and breadth of Guyana. She praised the vision and hard work of the regional administration of Cayuni Mazaruni in the fulfillment of its mandate to serve all residents across the region. PURUNI Landing is the second largest population center in the region, second only to Bartica. PURUNI Landing serves as a supply settlement for gold miners within that area. Among other illnesses and diseases, malaria is prominent in that district. The visiting team later walked through the settlement and met with a number of residents, business persons, and miners. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. A 12-year-old boy was hospitalized after a violent robbery on Monday. The student was walking home from school at around 3:30 p.m. when he was attacked by a male cyclist. The cyclist struck him in the head with a heavy object and stole his cell phone. The boy immediately lost consciousness. Residents of the community saw the boy on the ground, and he was eventually taken to a nearby hospital for treatment. A CT scan revealed that the boy suffered a fractured skull and internal bleeding. He has since regained consciousness. Linden has done it again, and this time it's a daughter of the soil. Bibi Backus tells us that one Linden-born scientist has recently received recognition for her career accomplishments.
40-year-old Guyanese national Dr. Rhonda Andrea Souvenir has been listed among 100 inspiring black scientists in America. Her listing falls under the category Rising Stars on the list of 100 persons comprising of investigators and professors in the medical field. Born in Linden, Dr. Souvenir attended the Anna Regina Primary and St. Rose's High School before moving to the United States in 2000 to complete her studies. She explained that she is very fond of discoveries and doing research. At the moment, there are close to 24 research publications in which she has played major roles, sometimes acting in a lead capacity since entering the medical field. Dr. Antenson O'Hinton Jr., in his post, which highlighted the 100 inspiring black scientists, noted that there is a plethora of black scientists who make significant contributions to science, but many of them are unknown to the masses. His decision to recognize these individuals came from a discussion where a colleague and himself were speaking with an undergraduate who asked two questions. Are there any other black science professors? And if they do exist, why aren't we learning about their accomplishments in our curriculum? Headline News, Bibi Backus.
Thanks, Bibi. Don't go away. After the break, chainsaw operator killed in tractor accident.
In 2015, David Granger promised the youths jobs.
I promise you jobs. Not some fairy jobs about cleaning gutters and so on. Nothing is wrong with cleaning gutters. For example, there are a lot of fish and chip shops now. You can sell cassava chips or sweet potato chips. we could say cocoa price. No prospect or there's no possibility that the government could simply start to employ young people.
2017 statistics reports shows the number of unemployed youths increased to 17,058 persons. 30,000 jobs were lost.
The first plan is to provide jobs for our young people. JOBS.
This place is really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm sorry you had a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
President Granger's 5Bs initiative has served as a support for our children's access to education.
Free transportation for school kids, and also secure a job for myself and hope for our future generation.
The most valuable gift we can give our children is the gift of knowledge.
That was a paid political ad.
Neighbor! Hi, neighbor! 1 minute, please.
Yes? What is it?
You have to behave, so it's with you problem today.
Listen, Chantal, I'm very busy and distraught. This whole election thing just stressing me out right now. So just say what you want so I could go back to doing more important matters.
It's with the election doing to you. Like it's you running for government. I'm here now. I just want to buy a little sugar till bye-bye come home to make a cup of coffee. Oh, and you could bring 2 tea bags, you know, like for the win. Wait, this little bit of thing you real steam
Chantal,
chicken.
I gotta go. No, I gotta go, Chantal. Bye.
But neighbor, you still ain't tell me what is your problem.
It's not anything that you can fix anyway. Imagine Transport and Harbors is calling me in to work on elections day. I am so disappointed. I was so anxious to exercise my right and vote.
Why you can't just get somebody to vote for you then?
Chantal, what nonsense are you saying? Nobody's allowed to vote for me.
Folk sense you got, and you ain't even know that you could vote by proxy.
By proxy?
Yes. If you can't make it for vote, somebody register at the same place that you voted and on the same list of electors could vote on your behalf. But you got to get a form and submit it at least 10 days before. Yes. Me cousin Mirel had to do it for Auntie Sito, husband, uncle, son. He's a sea captain too, and he's a captain on one of them boats at Perica, and he had to work.
Oh, so if you can't make it, someone could vote for you?
No, not just anyone. Only if you're a member of the discipline force or rural constable. But they got their own election day. Or you're working on a vessel for transport, or you're blind or physically inconstipated.
Chantal, I think you mean...
What you plan to do within the first 90 days? Brother, I tell you, URP, your plans for this country. And enough young youths should sit up and come out and vote. Right. On a real, you know. And the plan to reduce gas price as much as 75%. You understand? 75%. But I tell you, them boss man and them taxi driver man. I never voted in my own entire life. I voted this year for URP. Onward, upward, may we ever go. one people,
one nation,
one destiny.
Welcome back. According to the Guyana Water Incorporated, 2 of their employees in East Berbice quarantine were on separate occasions assaulted by customers while conducting meter reading exercises this week. On Monday, a female employee attached to GWI's Chesney office was subjected to what appeared to be a politically motivated physical assault. On the day in question, she was wearing a green jacket when she arrived at the customer's home in Tupu, Albion quarantine. There, a male resident allowed her to access the premises. However, while conducting her duties, a second male appeared, hurling profanities and stating, quote, that he doesn't want any AFNU AFC people in his yard, end quote. The male then, quote, cradled the GWI staff by the breasts and pushed her out of the yard. Following this, the employee made a police report. Due to the nature of the case, the police are currently treating the incident as a sexual assault. Then, on Wednesday, a male meter reader was physically assaulted by a customer while performing his duties in Maidia in the quarantine. The customer held the meter box shut, preventing him from reading the meter. She then reportedly pushed him, knocking his cell phone out of his hand. A report has been filed at the Wim police station, and GWI says that they await further action on the part of the police in both incidents. In this report, BB Backus tells us that a resident of Kumaka Mines in Linden was killed in a tractor accident.
A fatal accident in Malali Bakdam Trail, Region 10, has claimed the life of a resident of Kumaka Mines, Linden. According to police, the accident occurred at about 1 p.m. on Thursday. At the time of the accident, the victim, a 43-year-old chainsaw operator, Keith Simmons, was standing on the front bar of a tractor being driven by a 34-year-old resident of Malali. The driver reportedly lost control of the tractor when it began descending a hill. This caused Simmons to fall, and he was subsequently run over by the left front wheel of the tractor. He was taken to the Linden Hospital complex in an unconscious state, where he subsequently died while receiving treatment. The driver passed a breathalyzer test. However, he is currently in police custody and assisting with the investigation. For Headline News, BB Backus.
Thanks, BB. Today, 3 school children were hospitalized after being struck down by a vehicle at Bushlot on the quarantine coast. According to reports, a 9-year-old child was attempting to cross the road when she was struck down by a car. The driver then swerved and accidentally hit 2 teenagers at the side of the road. One of them landed on a man who was on a bicycle before falling to the road, and the other child rolled off the side of the vehicle. Public-spirited citizens took the children to the Port Morant Hospital, where 2 of them were transferred to the New Amsterdam Hospital in serious condition, while the driver is currently in police custody and is assisting with the investigation. Don't go away. After the break, we have your regional and international news.
I love school. It's much more easier to me to go to school with my bike.
President Granger's 5Bs initiative has served as a support for our children's access to education.
Thank you to Mr. David Granger.
The most valuable gift we can give our children is the gift of knowledge.
That was a paid political ad.
Daddy, I can't believe you cancelled my birthday trip in March just to go and vote.
It is important to vote, Alana. People in government make decisions every day that affect our lives and our community. We have to be educated about the policies of parties that are running for government and pick the one that shares our views on issues that matter to us.
What do you mean by issues, Daddy?
Issues such as taxes, healthcare, and copyright laws.
Can I vote?
No, sweetheart, you have to be 18 and older.
Then why are you telling me about it?
Because I want you to be educated about everything, so when your turn comes, you'll be fully informed. Look, it's very simple. First step is show your national identification card to the election official. Then, your name is checked on the official list of electors. Then your fingers are checked for the ink stain. Collect ballot paper with the official mark from the election official. Then you go into the polling booth to mark your ballot paper carefully. Then stain your right index finger and deposit your marked ballot paper into the ballot box.
Hey, it's not so simple. You forget peace. Before you stain your finger, you have to return to the election official with the ballot paper folded, showing the official mark. Then you stain your finger.
Ew, why the glass stain the finger?
That is for stop down wicked people who like to vote more than one time.
How long have you been standing here eavesdropping?
You know it's not the first time. You that needs to mix up the poor child. You want she to turn hard like you?
Bye-bye.
Well, remember the other day your teacher was spell receipt wrong? You never hear about Google? It's just a joke I'm making. You can't lock your window. I can't hear what you're saying. Alright, you busy? You come back later if you want. I can stay if you want to. But you can push that chair. Come on, foot out in.
Change means for us technology, innovation.
Change means to getting jobs so youngsters after leaving school.
Change means advancing Guyana and making her a truly independent reality and creating betterment for all Guyanese.
Change means a new life.
Change means happiness.
This place is really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm sorry you had a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
We have some big plans for Guyana.
Reversing adverse policies.
Lowering the tax burden and reducing the cost of living.
Creating jobs.
Expanding infrastructure.
Protecting workers.
Ensuring better pay for workers.
Equality for all our people.
All proceeds benefiting all.
Strengthening our rights and democratic institutions.
Taking care of the hinterland and indigenous communities.
Safety in your homes and on our streets.
World-class education. Making sure medicines are available when you need them.
And transforming people's lives. We have some big plans for Guyana, and we are ready to serve.
Welcome back. Now we take a look at news from the region. The families of people killed in Mexico's drug war are accusing the government of not taking the lead in recovering the remains of their relatives. Al Jazeera's Manuel Rapallo reports.
A search party has assembled on the grounds of a Catholic church in Veracruz. Most of the volunteers are the family members of missing persons. Nationwide, more than 60,000 people have disappeared since the start of the war on drugs in 2006. Most are believed to be the victims of criminal gangs or corrupt authorities. In recent years, it's become commonplace for the families of the disappeared to participate in organized searches for possible clandestine grave sites. The recent discovery of a human bone fragment in this field means other human remains could be hidden nearby. Maria Teresa Valadez traveled nearly 2,000 kilometers from her home in Sonora to join the search.
Sometimes for a family member being given just a small piece
to make them feel better, because they'll know that that's their family. That fragment can mean someone's parents or children can finally have peace.
False alarms are not uncommon, but a few volunteers like Mario Vergara have gotten quite good at spotting clues. He says he can't remember exactly how many bodies he's helped to uncover in that time.
It's the families of the missing that have learned and are now teaching the government how to conduct a search. These families don't have forensics training, but we're the ones finding the bodies. This should be an embarrassment to the Mexican government.
There are official observers and police keeping watch over the search brigade. This is the 5th time a national brigade has gathered for this kind of search, and it's the largest one to date. By the end of the day, authorities arrive to examine the scene and determine whether or not this site will be counted among the more than 600 clandestine graves discovered in Veracruz in recent years. Manuel Rapalo, Al Jazeera, Poza Rica, Veracruz.
And finally, the Canadian National Railway, or CN Rail, has announced it would shut its eastern network after Indigenous-led demonstrators blocked rail lines for days. Al Jazeera's Nicola Gage reports.
It may look like a small protest, but groups like this in Ontario and all across Canada have brought North America's 3rd largest rail network to a standstill. Protesters angry at the building of a gas pipeline have blocked rail lines for 6 successive days, forcing CN Rail to shut its network in the country's east. Hundreds of passenger and freight trains have been cancelled.
It's too bad this has to be the last route to do it, but this is the route we have to take.
The approved pipeline owned by TC Energy Corp is planned to carry natural gas from Dawson Creek in British Columbia southwest to a refinery near Kitimat for shipment to Asian markets. The pipeline is central to a $40 billion export project. It also runs through traditional Indigenous lands.
For those bands that have signed agreements where they don't have the authority to sign the agreements, they've played the game that the province and Canada have played for years.
In Nova Scotia, in Canada's far east, demonstrators blocked Halifax City Hall. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has recognised the right to protest, but is pushing for a swift resolution. Industry groups are worried about the cost to Canada's economy and are urging the restarting of train services.
I'm not here to advocate for a project. I'm here to advocate for a process that makes sure that we don't fail to allow Canadians to be heard effectively through the examination, fair and full, of these types of applications.
If the pipeline outcry continues, CN Rail says temporary layoffs are possible. Nicola Gage, Al Jazeera.
Here is the 3-day weather forecast. And that is all for this edition of Headline News Update. Tune in Monday at 7 p.m. for another episode. Be sure to subscribe, like, and follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Or visit our website at headlinenewsguyana.com for more news. Until then, take care.